For whatever reason, I feel like I have to make a video. I haven't been making videos at all. I kind of stopped when Val Kilmer died, because I'm like, forget it. I'm not doing movie stuff anymore. I'll just go to them and whatever. My whole life is stupid and messed up. That's most of the reason why. Don't even look at this. Don't even ask. Today is Sunday. What the hell day is it? What day is it? Is it the 22nd? I don't even know. It's the day after. The day after. Oh my God. That movie scared me so much as a kid. That's why I was afraid of Russia and as a kid in the 80s. I decided I was going to go to college and major in Russian. I did. I graduated. I didn't speak Russian because that's what college doesn't do for you. I still do my Duolingo, but yeah. But my whole life, since I was a kid, the news was always on. And it's mostly been NBC, the Today Show. But I get other news sources, and because I hear what they've been saying over the years and how they contradict themselves one day to the next, I know they're all full of crap. I don't know if there's enough light. So I'm trying to make this video fast. Hurry up. So yeah, I voted for Donald Trump 3 times. I liked Donald Trump as a kid growing up. I thought he was a cool dude. I always liked him. I used to watch him on Letterman, Larry King, whatever, talking about world stuff, and I always agreed with him. When he ran for president, I didn't think he could win. And my intention was to vote for Hillary. I did not, because she kept saying horrible things. And you can't say horrible things about half the people in the country if you plan to lead them. She became lousy. And can you see me? I don't know what's making the sun go in and out. Or the light. Anyway, here. So, but then she kept saying something like, all right, I'm voting for Bernie in the primary, right? I'm like, all right, I'm going to vote for Trump. He's not going to win. It would be nice if he did, but I'm voting for Trump. He won, and I was shocked, and it was great, because I was like, he's an outsider. I don't know what the light situation is. And I thought maybe, because I've thought that everything was locked up for years. I knew about the military-industrial complex. Did I say that right? I've known about all that. I became suspicious years ago when everybody got assassinated by people with 3 names. You know, so why does it go? It keeps adjusting for, I don't get it. All right, this way. There's ants in this thing, which is kind of appropriate. But this is my porch, which who knows how much longer it's going to be my porch. Who knows how much longer I'm going to be alive. I don't even understand life anymore. I don't understand what's going on. But I do not approve of attacking Iran. I've thought for a long time that Israel was a bully. I don't personally, I like to talk about spiritual topics, and I hate to say the word spiritual because it sounds like fruity nonsense. Why can't I just, anyway, what I learned a long time ago is that you don't know anything, and the people who scare me the most are the people who are sure of themselves, and there are people who have certain religions, and they believe that they're 100%, they're good, they're going to get a front row seat in heaven, and it's people who think they're chosen people, and it's people who got born again, and it's people who martyr themselves, and there's people in all kinds of religions that think, nope, they've got it, they're on the right side, their team's the winning team, they're solid, they don't have to check themselves, they don't have to monitor their behavior, they don't have to take right action, right speech, they don't have to do anything, they don't have to go to confession, they're good because, and I think that's such a dangerous thing. And I try in my dealings with people, when people get like that, it's not even militant, it's just so sure of themselves and their righteousness. And anytime people use the word righteous, just step the hell back, okay, and take a good look at them. It doesn't even matter who they are, because people like to throw that word around. People like to think that's what they are. But look, we all suck, okay? We're all sinners, as they say. But if you believe in any kind of war, if you believe in damaging anybody, if you believe in these things, there's something wrong with you. That's not the point. I'm a peacenik in that way. I don't believe in doing any bad things or hurting anybody else. But listen, this strike, I've been following this for the last week. I've been praying that President Putin finds a way to solve the issue. Because I think he's one of the smartest guys in this, But that didn't happen. And President Trump, for whatever reason, since he's been elected, it does not seem like the Donald Trump that I always saw on TV and knew as a personality. When he started to defer to Elon Musk, I was like, who is this guy? Donald Trump doesn't defer to people. And he acted like he was Elon, like Elon Musk owned him. And now it's Benjamin Netanyahu, who he literally called Bibi. All praise Bibi last night, practically. And I'm just sitting there going, what the hell happened? I'm going to say something, probably get me in trouble. I don't know where to even put this video. I guess I'll put it on my YouTube. I did not get the thing. I did not get the thing. I was against the thing. For the last year or so, or 2 years, but especially in the last year, about all the people I know who got the thing have been acting really different. They're acting, I don't want to say crazy, but they can hold two opposing ideas in their head, and they could say two things that contradict each other in the same breath. And you try to talk, they don't make sense. They're crazy. They've been acting like they regressed. I think something in the thing made people regress. A lot of them act like bratty teenagers, and they're like in their 60s and 70s. And they act like they don't have any wisdom, like they didn't learn anything. Like they need things explained to them, like you explain it to a kid who has no life experience. You're dealing with people who knew things before, and they still make complete sentences, and they still, may talk in proper English, but I don't know where to put this. It's nonsensical. And I feel like I've been living in the end of Invasion of the Body Snatchers for quite some time. And it's been frightening, but there's not anything I could do with that. I'm probably at the lowest point I've been in my life in terms of status or I've never had any kind of status, but you understand, place in the world. I mean, there was all those years I was unemployed, but the job I have and what I have to do to keep that job, it's hard. If I was watching this, if it was a movie of mine, I would be heartbroken for me. Because what I have to take and what I have to put up with to hang on to a job just to stay in this house that I grew up in. Even though there's nothing, like I said, there's no hopes and dreams. I'm just trying to stay alive. And I don't know what I'm staying alive for. Like I said, this world, who wants it? And it's so stupid now. I said somewhere, I was walking home the other day, I was walking down this block, and I got like a block away from my house. I started crying because I'm just like, please God, don't let me see it. Don't let me see it. Because I don't want to see World War III, this thing, the nuclear war, this thing I've been afraid of my whole life. We were away from it for so long. The way I voted over the last, since 2012, and maybe the world didn't end in 2012, the way some people suppose. But since 2012, I've been voting for the person I think is least likely to have a problem with Russia, so we don't have World War III. Look what just happened. Putin and Xi, and they were all saying, calm the hell down in the Mideast. Calm the hell down. And I thought that President Trump was understanding that the vast majority of people, including those guys, really did not want him to get involved in a war with, take Israel's side. Israel was on the ropes. And in my opinion, they deserve to be on the ropes because they have been the bullies and they have been the aggressors for so long. And it is Benjamin Netanyahu. I used to think Benjamin Netanyahu was cool when I was in high school. I remember this. But it's that same old, we are right, we are righteous, and we will get rid of anybody who stands in our way. They're the Jason Voorhees of leaders. And you can't just kill people. You can't just, oh, they're not me, they're not my friends, so I can get rid of them. Yeah. Anyway, I'm against this. I don't know what happened. It doesn't seem like it's the same Donald Trump. I don't know what they do to these people when they become president. I don't know if they have something on him. There's nothing you could have on somebody that would, in my opinion, there's nothing anybody could ever have on me. I wouldn't do these things, but there's nothing anybody could have on me that would allow me to say, oh, let me send the world into thermonuclear war. There's nothing I can say. I gotta go now because people are around. But yeah, I'm gonna post this. I haven't been making videos. I had to say my piece. I don't agree with this. I don't know how the kids aren't scared to death. I was scared to death back in the 80s. I thought for so many years that we were past all that. And it's just, I had to say something, but yeah. I don't know what's going to happen now, because it's like I voted for nothing, because all these years and paying attention, it didn't even matter. The smart people were the people who didn't watch the news, who had their heads up their own ass. They had a family, they did their own thing, and they didn't know jack shit about anything. They were the smart ones. They were the ones who did life right. Because I wasted my whole life paying attention and trying to think and trying to be responsible and trying to help people and using my vote appropriately. And here we are anyway. So yeah, I'll find somewhere to put this. Don't ask me where.